Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Same Spirit Gaming. My name's Matt.
And I'm Jordan.
And we completed the, original ending of Sonic Frontiers. However, it is time for the
Uncharted.
I don't know how to word it, much discussed kind of alternate ending section thing.
Yeah.
I think, do I press this to get in there, or do I just jump through the ring?
Well, I was gonna say this is uncharted territory. I've never.
Okay, that just says Koco. So I think I just jump into this big ring here.
Nice.
Or, okay. Pass through the ring gate to start another story. It is recommended to clear the main story of the current save before starting another story. What?
We did it.
As the progress on the main story will be halted. Oh, yeah, okay.
We did it.
Proceed.
I'm excited to see this. Oh. Is it going to a different dimension?
I mean, lore-wise, isn't that technically what it says the rings do?
Oh, yeah, that's true. In the movies, that's what they do. Well, actually, in the movies, that is what they do, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know how lore accurate the movies are.
But this looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
Before you embark, there is one other scenario to consider.
All right, I'm listening.
Moments ago, your friends sacrificed their corporeal forms to suppress your cyber corruption and return you to this dimensional plane.
They were so close to being free again, and they gave it all up for me. I don't care how many islands or titans it takes, I'm getting them back this time.
Please, no tedious speeches about the superpower of teamwork.
So I guess they're friends now?
Of my millions of calculations, there was one so remote and unlikely I did not consider it. However, as things stand, it could be the one to save us all.
Save us all? I thought he already saved everybody.
Well, I'm all about beating the odds. What's the
Well,
plan?
I can reverse your friends' efforts and restore them.
Oh.
They would then
So-
seek out
okay,
the
so his
chaos
friends are
emeralds
still
for
kinda
us. I can stabilize your cyber corruption
up.
for a brief time, and then I would guide you on how to convert that corruption into power, so that you may end this conflict
Okay, I
and
see.
save Father.
He's like,
And save the world, too, right?
It is his to conquer, so
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
I really hope she's in
I like
future
that plan.
stuff.
Let's do it to it.
Be forewarned, the trials you face will be
Yeah.
grueling, and we will have precious little time.
Please.
I-
live for time trials. Let's
I've-
go already.
I hear they've updated this a little bit.
Okay.
Perhaps to make it slightly less grueling? But still.
Cyber corruption.
It was like,
I just tried to save you. I'm not doing it again.
Sonic? What's going on?
I know it's been rough, and that things are confusing, but I need you guys to just follow my lead.
hold up. How did he put his hands on them?
Yeah. It's
I
true.
take care of something else.
Maybe he was just motioning it.
All right. We trust you. You can count on us.
Man, I didn't realize there was this much story after the main one.
Already. It's coming.
It basically turns the entirety of Oranos Island and like flips that entire part of the story around. And it gives it a lot more story.
Whoa.
So we start off playing as Amy.
Dang, I've never seen this before. This is crazy. Dude.
Oh, that's
So
right.
she
She has
has,
a
like-
triple jump.
Oh my gosh. Wow, I've never seen this. This is crazy.
And she kind of like floats down too.
I really need to boot this game up again and play it.
Hello. I forget. What do you do again? Oh, you give me skill points. Okay. Which, for these characters, becomes quite helpful. Especially early on. So, you got jump, double jump, and the card float, which is kind of also a triple jump.
Thanks.
Boost comes standard. Homing attack comes standard for her. We got multi-lock, which I don't know if I really utilize that very much.
Okay, I kind of have a theory now that I'm looking at this. I think they may have built the game with other characters in mind, like you play as the other ones in the main story too. But like for some reason they decided not to do it and just have a post-game content because it.
Well, so originally they wanted to include all this, but they didn't for time constraints.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then they decided a little bit afterwards to be like, okay, now we're going to include this.
Yeah.
Now that we've given ourselves a little more time. And since we wanted to include it anyway, we'll make it free, but, you know, it's an additional download.
Yeah, I mean, like, we were just talking about, I think last episode, how you can get extra skill points and they don't do anything, but it totally makes sense if you have these extra skill trees.
Yeah. Oh, I am definitely going to want to get that parry next. Or maybe the card attack, I don't know. Oh, yeah. I currently do not have an attack method.
That's important.
So, yeah, I guess I really should be doing the objective thing that it mentions there. Letting myself get a little distracted.
That's fine. No, I'm just taking it all in. That's awesome. Did you know, this is random Sonic trivia, in Sonic Adventure 2, Shadow, like, it looks like Shadow dies at the end. Like, actually, it looks like he dies at the end. They even have, like, an RIP thing at the end of the credits.
Huh.
They were originally planning Shadow to only appear in that game, but, you know, I guess he was too popular, so now he's in every game.
And this is how I reveal the map, okay.
Okay, yeah.
Or at least one of the ways.
Yeah, I just thought that was funny because now they literally had like a Shadow game.
Yeah. You know, it's funny what people will do when something becomes popular enough.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm like wondering to myself, is there a limit to this float thing? Seemingly not.
Yeah, apparently not.
Alright, well, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So wait, how am I supposed to... I don't get it. I'm just trying to reveal some of the map. I might have to ignore this.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I side-loop stuff? Can I even get around these? Well, fine. You know what?
Not?
Forget that. That so looks like it's set up for a light speed dash, but
Yeah.
Amy doesn't have that.
Or can she? Is it one of the skills? It's not.
Anyway.
Weird.
Okay, well, I'm gonna actually maybe work on the objective a little bit now.
Search for Chaos Emerald Vault. Hurry up!
Yeah, that was just for the
I know.
map revealing thing. Oh, she can use that. I was like, wait a minute, she might not be able to. Ooh, that was close. Well, hello. Oh, and now I'm right back here.
They just really want you to do that puzzle.
And I really don't want to do it right now. Actually, can she get infinite boost? Yeah, she can.
Nice.
Okay. Gonna make sure to side loop this stuff along the way. Just seeing what all I can get myself into here. But, hello. Why did... Okay.
It's just bringing you back to that same puzzle.
Maybe. Or at least close to it, it seems. Alright, whatever. But yeah, gotta say, there's ways to get some very interesting abilities
Okay.
in this part of the game. Search for a different Chaos Emerald Vault. Oh.
It's not here. Why isn't it here?
Yeah.
What I found was empty. I'll try another.
I think she said exactly what most players would be thinking.
Vault, they don't do their job. I'll find them. It's just a matter of
Meanwhile, though, I can definitely get some more rings and other stuff like that. That's the way that ends up going. Okay. That's a spring, but... Whoa. Leads me to a series of springs. So, yeah. For anyone who would potentially be chronicling, you know, our own lives and developments therein,
Yeah.
I'm in Pennsylvania now.
Yeah. How is it?
It's alright. I mean, the new job is unfortunately, like, making some schedule stuff a little more difficult than I would have hoped.
Yeah, yeah. Is the work not too bad at least?
Yeah, the work itself isn't too bad, at least as of yet. It's
That's good.
one of those things where it's... I don't know. I appreciate that I'm not being micromanaged, for one.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
And, you know, the job is somewhat simple, but, like, it's just different enough day to day that it's not, like, super boring.
Okay, that's good too. Yeah.
Well, plus, you know, right now, the company I'm working at is kind of at a point of, like, okay, they've been down multiple people for a little while now.
Okay. So they're just
And
happy to have
So,
help.
yeah. And there's a lot to catch up on.
I see. Well, that's
Yeah, I don't know
good.
why it's giving me, like, light speed dash stuff. I guess... So I guess the way Oranos Island... Sorry, totally different train of thought now. But
Oh, that's fine. Yeah.
I guess the way Oranos Island is designed now, it's like made in such a way that it's sort of intended to be the same map for all the characters.
Okay. Is it this one?
Maybe I can get some insight with my
Maybe? Oh, fortune
cards.
cards. Uh-oh. This is looking like tarot. Oh, maybe I should have picked a different verse for the day. About this stuff.
Ooh, all the cards are telling me is that things are obscured and dangerous.
Oh man, this really makes me want to look up a verse about that.
Wait, seek insight
Okay,
from
hold on a second.
unfamiliar places? Ooh,
Sorry, I have to do it now.
of course, they should be able to help.
Gonna be some sort of verse about,
The
like,
vaults are empty. Wait, you have
divination or...
Tell me what you find.
Yeah, there was some, I mean, there's a lot of stuff about just, like, fortune telling is wrong and that kind of stuff. Let's see, because, correct me if I'm wrong, King, which king was it? Before David, who was the king? Saul. Yeah, Saul, King Saul. He did fortune telling, and like it immediately backfired on him. Isn't that right? And
So he sought a medium at one point, because he wanted guidance from, maybe it was a medium, I don't know. He wanted guidance from Samuel, but Samuel was dead at that point.
okay. Oh,
So
yeah,
he
yeah,
sought
yeah,
the
that's
medium to, like, consult with Samuel from the dead.
right. Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. Okay. This is just like a perfect lead into the verse of the day. I'll talk about this story
Real quick, you notice how
exactly.
this thing is red, not pink?
Yeah.
That means it's for Knuckles and not Amy.
Oh, okay. That's what you were saying. It's like the same for each character.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the same map for all of them, but there's certain things that are meant for individual characters and can only really be utilized by them.
Yeah.
Gotta look out, Koco. Forgot those were a thing. I forget even what they do, but I'm sure we'll figure out eventually.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, you're right. It wasn't fortune telling, it was wanted to talk to Samuel. Okay. Well, it's a little different, but people also say do not look for fortune tellers and stuff like that. It is wrong. Ask any Christian. Wow, I'm just not speaking right. Ask any Christian, and they'll tell you, don't go to mediums. But I am gonna actually look at. So yeah, basically to summarize that story, Samuel was a prophet. King Saul oftentimes consulted Samuel, and when Samuel died, he tried to basically just pray to God, but it says he inquired of the Lord, but the Lord did not answer him by dreams or Urim or prophets. So then Saul goes and tries to find this medium, and her name was the Witch of Endor, which sounds really cool, but I guess because Endor is like, isn't Endor like a city in Lord of the Rings or something? I'm pretty sure it is, but anyway.
No, Endor's one of the places in Star Wars, I think.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking of. You're right. Yeah. He asks her to see Samuel, and the woman even warns him. She's like, "Hey, mediums and spiritists are cut off from the land. Are you trying to get me killed because this is like against the law? He's like, oh no, don't worry. You know, you will not be punished for this. Like, God's not going to punish you. And then and Samuel basically says, like, you shouldn't have done this. You should have trusted in the Lord. And tomorrow you and your sons will be with me. So basically he's going to die and his sons are going to die.
Oh, that's right, because he was trying to consult, or trying to get advice for a particular battle.
Yeah.
And then it turned out that battle the very next day was what was going to end up killing him and his sons.
That's right. He like ran away into a cave or something, if I remember correctly. But here's so this is going to be the real verse of the day, just kind of following our conversation and that story and everything. This is Deuteronomy 18, and I will do 9 through 12, and I'll include 9 because basically the people of Israel are about to enter like different lands, a lot of different lands on their way to the promised land, and so that's why there are all these rules. They're setting up all these rules because they're going to be going to all these foreign lands that have foreign gods and foreign cultures and blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff. And so that's part of why there's so many rules like that. But here in chapter 18, it specifically talks about occult practices. So here's Deuteronomy 18, 9 through 13. When you enter the land the Lord your God is giving you, do not learn to imitate the detestable ways of the nations there. Let no one be found among you who sacrifices their son or daughter in the fire, who practices divination or sorcery, interprets omens, engages in witchcraft, or casts spells, or who is a medium or spiritist, or who consults the dead. Anyone who does these things is detestable to the Lord. Because of these same detestable practices, the Lord your God will drive out those nations before you. You must be blameless before the Lord your God. And so there you go. It's pretty explicit there. And once again, I know like people are going to say, yeah, but some of those Deuteronomy rules we don't practice anymore. You can just ignore the whole thing. But I don't think you can ignore the whole thing. There's certain things, certain rules for like running a society. Sorry, are you waiting for?
No, I was just trying to figure out what my next upgrade might be.
Okay. But yeah, like basically there are certain things that are like laws for the people. And those are the ones that we don't follow, like don't eat shellfish, don't wear mixed cloths, that kind of stuff. Those are just like rules for the people of Israel. And we don't live by those rules anymore. And then there are things that are described in Deuteronomy that are describing the character of God, or I mean, this one specifically says these things are detestable to God. And we know that the character of God stays consistent through the Old and the New Testament and until today. So therefore, with some little logic there, you can guess that those things are still detestable. It's not like that. It's not like God changes his minds about that stuff. But yeah, basically there's different sections of Deuteronomy, and in those sections they're describing different things. So it's not like you can either discount it all or none of it, which is what I've heard people do. It's like, it's not all or nothing. It's more nuanced than that. I don't know if you have anything to add, but I'm just rambling on.
Yeah, and I mean, even, you know, like we've discussed before, there's still some kind of practicality to a bunch of things in the Old Testament.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And Jesus, even though Jesus was like not necessarily real adamant on following the letter of the law, you know, for every single little thing,
Yeah.
he was still all in favor of following the intent of the laws.
That's true, yeah.
Had somebody
Yeah,
comment on a video from my separate channel, you know, trying to tell me that, oh, Jesus specifically said we were supposed to still follow the Old Testament laws. I'm like, I guess it was in response to a video I made a while back talking about, you know, why Christians don't necessarily follow all the Old Testament laws anymore.
Yeah.
And, yeah, so that was their comment, and I just kind of responded with sort of what I just said. It was like, well, Jesus cared about the intentions of those Old Testament laws. He didn't necessarily say we should follow every single one of them to the letter.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they literally asked him, or I'll let's play it.
Oh, it was my pleasure. I'm hoping now you can lead me in the right direction. Do you know what happened to the Chaos Emeralds?
Using your creations against them.
Thanks for the insight. We won't let you down.
Search for the Hermit Koco.
Yeah. And I was going to say, a lot of the Pharisees challenged him on the law, and you know, he responded one time because they were talking about like, oh, well, you healed someone on the Sabbath, so aren't you breaking the law? And I think that was what it was. And then he responded, if one of you has a child or an ox that falls into a well on a Sabbath day, will you not immediately pull it out? So it's like, that's exactly what you're saying. The point isn't the law exactly as it is. The point is you're loving your neighbor and, you know, following the character of God and that kind of thing. So, yeah, I mean, obviously, if your kid is in danger, like, technically the Jews weren't supposed to do any work at all on a Sunday, but you're going to do work to save people's lives, so you can't just, like, just look at the exact text and say, oh, well, sorry, nothing we can do.
Okay, I don't know what I just did here.
Yeah, what is that?
Okay.
I don't know what that's for.
I was hoping it would at least help me get back up like that.
Oh, and even in Matthew 11-12, he said, it is lawful to do good on the Sabbath. That's like a total, just straight up breakdown. Just do good on the Sabbath. That's it. Just do good. It's really funny to me.
Yeah, well, you know, the fact that they had to be told that because otherwise they were gonna say like, oh, but that's work. You can't work on the Sabbath.
Yeah, exactly.
Sounds a bit like some people of the Calvinist tradition who try to emphasize that, like, you know, oh, you can't come to salvation yourself. It's already you're already predestined by God because, you know, we're not saved by any of our own works.
Yeah.
You're calling accepting a gift a work of salvation?
Yeah, that is crazy to me. I do not agree with that. But once again, it's like you're saying, it's very similar in the way that they're defining these rules, these like explicit rules, and okay, there's no wiggle room. And it's like that's totally against what Jesus always talked about.
Don't know if I'm gonna be able to make this jump, but I'm gonna try. I think it'll be alright if I boost at the end.
There we go.
But yeah. Keep in mind, this is just a tiny little taste of what this part of the game has for us. So
yeah,
like,
I'm excited.
there's... And honestly, this is some of the easiest stuff in this section. So like,
I'm excited. I like this. But
I don't want, yeah, no.
it is
Anyway,
about that
sorry.
time. Maybe we should.
Yeah,
open
I
up.
suppose so.
Card spin.
It's just a third attack thing, basically.
Oh, okay.
But I guess after you do the initial 2 attacks, you can press and hold. No, okay. You can just kind of hold that down for a little while. And...
Wow, that's cool.
Anyway, okay. Well, yeah.
Yeah, this is awesome. I'm glad you're showing me this. This is cool.
Probably going to be a lot of little stuff for a while, but
Yeah, no. I think we had a good discussion too. It was a nice little tangent. It was different than the verse I had planned, but
Yeah.
wow, that was a lot of levels.
yeah, they want you to be able to get these characters leveled up quick because you don't necessarily have a ton of time with them.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Anywho, alright, well, to see more Amy action, tune in next time.
Yeah.
But for
Thank you for
now,
watching.
thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope we'll see you soon.
See you next time.
And yeah, bye everybody.
Goodbye.